after my last fight, it was just, you know, waiting on seeing what's next. And I feel like everything happens for a reason, and a couple of moves, decisions were made, and here we are, landed a massive fight, biggest fight of my life so far.
Out there, aside from the top three, those big guys, your Fury, your AJ, your Usyk, those three, the next best one or next biggest fight for me, especially domestically, especially in the UK for a UK fight as well, was Daniel Dubois. So yeah, look, I was just working my way backwards down the list, and if it was no Daniel, yes, then cool, great.
I think it's 50-50, and this isn't fencing, because I 51-49 Fabio. Fabio can crack, unlike any heavyweight I think right now in the division, but he takes a lot of punishment. Like, we've seen it, and I don't think you can take that type of punishment early from Dubois. But it's
yeah, similar fight, different opponents, but I feel like the rewards are the same. Like for the AJ fight, that was like massive. And
Daniel Dubois goes on the attack, telling Fabio Wardley that his career could end up just like Anthony Joshua's. A bold statement that leaves Fabio stunned and silent during the face-off. Dubois' words are sharp and confident, showing he is not just powerful in the ring but fearless on the mic, commanding attention instantly.
I also asked Fabio, do you train to box Daniel Dubois, or do you come to knock him out? And before I tell you what he said, what does Daniel train for? Are you training to box?
Ade Oladipo notes that this face-off turned out far more intense than expected. Fabio tried to assert himself, but Daniel Dubois surprised everyone by stepping up aggressively. Usually quiet, he poked the bear and made Fabio pause, creating an electric atmosphere. With no one else around, Dubois dominated the room, showing confidence and control.
For the face-off, it wasn't... I approached that face-off thinking, these two aren't going to say anything. Well, not necessarily Fabio. I know Fabio will say stuff, but I've done a few face-offs with Daniel Dubois. He doesn't really say much. I mean, you really have to poke the bear to get anything out of him. It was actually pretty lively. It was pretty lively. It's the first face-off I've done with him where it was just him. I've done two prior to that. Obviously, the AJ one, which did kick off, and the Joseph Parker one, which didn't really kick off, where he's had Frank Warren next to it.
Daniel Dubois steps up with full confidence and focus. He makes it clear that this is his moment to prove himself and show the results of all his hard work. His intensity during the face-off was undeniable, leaving Fabio Wardley momentarily silent and giving Dubois the psychological edge even before the fight begins.
I'm just privileged, glad to get this opportunity, and I'm ready to go out there and smoke him, you know, work everything we've been doing in the gym and put it to practice.
Duke McKenzie highlights just how unpredictable Fabio Wardley can be inside the ring. His wild, unconventional style creates constant danger for any opponent. Daniel Dubois will have to be alert, precise, and patient because Wardley's attacks come from every angle. This makes the fight thrilling, with both heavy hitters facing real risk from the opening bell.
Dubois is going to be picking up more than his fair share because Daniel Dubois doesn't move enough. There's not enough lateral movement from Daniel Dubois, from the top half of his body. He doesn't feint shots, he doesn't slip shots, he eats every...
Ade Oladipo explains just how explosive and dangerous Fabio Wardley is, but also warns that Daniel Dubois' power can punish him early. Sitting side by side at the face-off, the tension is electric. Wardley looks composed, but Dubois' presence is intimidating and clearly unsettled him, making the clash feel real before the fight even begins.
The Justice Huni fight is dangerous until the final second. Whereas I feel maybe with Dubois, maybe the energy starts to sap after the first six. I think we know now. And look what Wardley done to Fraser Clark's face. I've never seen something so scary in the heavyweight division. Again, ringside to see it. And you can still see the dent in Fraser Clark's side of his face. So Wardley for me. That punch power comes from...
Daniel Dubois makes it clear he's focused and determined. He's putting past mistakes behind him and committing fully to his career. At the face-off, this resolve is obvious, and it immediately puts Fabio Wardley on notice. Dubois' intensity and seriousness create an atmosphere of real danger and anticipation, making it clear he's not there to play games.
Mainly to leave the past in the past now and get on with the future. Now, no more, I'm taking it a lot more serious than I was then. Instead of just going through the motions, I wanna just give my all in this sport and You only get out what you put in, so.
Paul Smith points out that fatigue could be a deciding factor in this clash. Dubois' tendency to show vulnerability when pushed late might give Wardley an opening. Both fighters are power-packed and aggressive, but the late rounds will test their endurance and mental strength. This fight isn't just about strength, it's about who can maintain composure under extreme pressure.
In my opinion, if the fight goes late, yes. If the fight gets past 6-7 rounds and it's a war and it's a tough fight, I think when things start getting tough and difficult late and he starts to tire late and the fight gets up, then I think I've seen him take a little step back or look for the way out. And that to me is probably symbolism of what's been happening in the past.
Paulie Malignani highlights Dubois' unusual mentality in the ring. Unlike other fighters who celebrate or overreact, Dubois stays composed and focused, showing mental toughness. At the face-off, this same calmness is evident as he handles Wardley without overreacting. His ability to stay unshaken is a key factor that could make the difference in high-pressure moments. Wardley's explosiveness is intimidating, but Dubois' strategic composure gives him an edge mentally, showing that this fight will not just be a physical battle but a war of wills, where focus and discipline matter as much as power.
I would have maybe took one in between, especially a puncher like Wardley. Dubois is a strange one to me, though, you know, because if you look at even in the Usyk knockout, I observed something in the Usyk knockout in the rematch. You see Usyk celebrating a center ring. It was a magical moment for him. He celebrates in the ring. Yeah. Dubois just gets up and walks right past.
Johnny Nelson emphasizes the high stakes surrounding this fight. Dubois and Wardley are both aware that any misstep could destroy opportunities. The face-off demonstrated Dubois' sharp mind, knowing exactly how to make Wardley pause with a single line. This awareness shows that psychological warfare is already in play. Both fighters have everything to gain and lose, and the outcome will depend as much on their ability to manage pressure as on their power and skill in the ring.
I do, without a doubt. Common sense, it's show business, and the business is this. If he watches Daniel Dubois and he's tied into Daniel Dubois, and say he loses to Daniel Dubois, this fight that was always a valuable fight, he's gone.
Spencer Oliver points out that Dubois' mental game is just as important as his physical prowess. At the face-off, Dubois showed confidence and focus, clearly in the right mindset to dominate. Fabio Wardley is powerful and unpredictable, but Dubois' self-belief and preparation give him the edge to stay calm, execute his plan, and respond strategically. Mental sharpness is proving itself as a decisive factor in this matchup, and Dubois' poise at the face-off highlighted that he's already a step ahead psychologically.
It's all about mindset. Dom recognises that. It's not about the physicalities with Daniel Dubois. Never has been. Yeah. You know, he's a big, strong guy, and like if you get his mind right and he's that self-belief there, and that's what Dom will be working on with him. No.
Frank Warren confirms that both fighters are fully prepared and committed, but the fight is still pending official terms. The anticipation is building as Dubois and Wardley sit across from each other, showing intensity at the face-off. Both understand the magnitude of this opportunity and the potential risks. Dubois' focus and Wardley's determination are clear, and fans can already sense that when the fight happens, neither will hold anything back. The face-off captured the tension and seriousness of the matchup, giving a glimpse of the high-level clash the ring will soon witness.
And he said that he wants to fight, but this fight will only happen when the terms are agreed for him to fight. And as far as I understand at this moment, that's not been done. So the terms have got to be sorted out, and then I'm quite sure if that is the case, he will.
Fabio Wardley is under pressure to prove himself after recently winning the belt, and this face-off shows the stakes. Dubois' confident approach challenged Wardley instantly, forcing him to respond mentally before the fight even begins. This isn't just about glory but legacy and money. The face-off revealed both fighters' hunger, with Dubois already asserting dominance through words and presence, making it clear that this will be an explosive, high-stakes showdown in the ring where every punch and decision will count.
I wonder if Fabio Wardley is going to fall for that call-out, because one thing about Fabio, he just got the belt. He just got the belt, and he wants to prove that he's a legitimate champion, and I think doing so is to beat another one that was a legitimate champion, Daniel Dubois. But what does it mean for Fabio Wardley to be wanted, right? To be sought after. I think it's an opportunity for Fabio Wardley to make some serious cash.
Spencer Oliver nails the essence of Dubois' mentality here. This is a fighter who doesn't dwell on setbacks and is ready to challenge anyone immediately, showing immense mental toughness. At the face-off, Dubois displayed the same unshakable confidence, putting Fabio Wardley on notice instantly with his presence and words. This fight isn't just a physical test, it's a psychological war. Wardley may be marginally favored on paper, but Dubois' mental strength, resilience, and hunger for immediate redemption make him equally dangerous. Fans could see it during the face-off. Dubois exuded calm authority while still radiating lethal intent, leaving Wardley to absorb the pressure. Every punch, every feint in the upcoming fight will be intensified by this mental edge, and Dubois' readiness to step straight back into the big fights shows why this matchup is already being hyped as a heavyweight classic.
Some fighters need a confidence builder, because it's a psychological battle as well as a physical one. He's not wide that way. So Daniel Dubois, boom, he'll have forgot about that last defeat. He'll want to go straight back in their fight for titles. It's the perfect fight for Daniel, and also the perfect fight for Fabio, because you look at this and you go, it's one of those fights you can see both guys winning. Fabio will start marginally favourite, but Daniel Dubois hits as hard as any heavyweight.
Liam Goff emphasizes the explosive potential of this matchup. Both fighters are knockout artists, with almost every win ending inside the distance. The face-off captured that same intensity as Dubois and Wardley sized each other up, both aware of the power they bring. Every stare and measured movement hinted at the chaos waiting in the ring. Fans can expect a relentless, aggressive battle where neither can afford to be passive. Dubois' hard-hitting style will challenge Wardley's unorthodox power, and Wardley's unpredictability will test Dubois' composure. The face-off already gave a glimpse of how dangerous and focused both men are. This isn't just a title fight, it's a test of raw skill, timing, and courage. The stakes are sky-high, and the anticipation grows because both men have proven they can finish fights, meaning this summer's heavyweight clash is destined to be a thriller.
Wardley and Dubois own a combination of 42 wins, with 40 of them coming inside the distance, meaning it'll be a firefight when the heavyweight duo will go head-to-head for the world title this summer. So, Daniel Dubois, Fabio Wardley, I really should be saying Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois in May.
Ade Oladipo underlines the razor-thin margin between these two heavyweights. Both are killers with one-punch power, making it impossible to predict an early outcome. Dubois' face-off performance showcased his confidence and the type of pressure he intends to apply from round one, forcing Wardley to think and react immediately. Wardley's explosive offense is undeniable, but Dubois has shown he can absorb, adapt, and strike with brutal efficiency. This fight is a true heavyweight gamble, with both men capable of ending it in moments yet equally likely to survive and escalate. The psychological battle at the face-off set the tone, and the physical clash will only amplify it. Fans should expect a high-octane, unforgiving contest where every punch counts, and mental toughness could be the ultimate decider.
It's best. I have picked against Fabio 2 or 3 times. I will never pick against him again. That being said, I picked it against Dubois a couple of times. I think it's 50-50, and this isn't fencing because I 51-49 Fabio. Fabio can crack, unlike any heavyweight I think right now in the division, but he takes a lot of punishment. Like, we've seen it, and I don't think you can take that type of punishment early from Dubois. But it's a tremendous fight. Look,
Liam Goff sums up the danger and excitement surrounding this fight perfectly. Both Dubois and Wardley are young, hungry, and fearless, fighting openly and without hesitation. Their offensive power is colossal, making every exchange a potential fight-ending scenario. The face-off displayed both fighters' determination and mental readiness, with Dubois' controlled aggression and Wardley's intensity setting the stage for an explosive clash. Defensively, both are exposed, meaning the upcoming battle will be chaotic and unpredictable. Fans can expect non-stop action from the opening bell, where strategy and raw power collide. This is a fight that promises drama, big shots, and fireworks, a perfect storm of youthful strength, experience, and willpower that will test both men physically and mentally.
In every aspect, from a boxing aspect, from an entertainment aspect, from everything, that fight's got to be right up there. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. It is two, I say young, well, they are young, Wardley's only, 31? Dubois is, 27, 28, so, you talk about young-ish heavyweights, youngish men in general, but it's not that they're inexperienced, they're far from it, but they tend to kind of, I don't want to say fight like inexperienced fighters, no, that's not the right way of putting it, but defensively both guys are very open, offensively both guys are juggernauts.
This fight is more than just a clash for a title, It's a showdown of ambition, power, and mental fortitude. Daniel Dubois has shown time and again that he's fearless, unfazed by past setbacks, and willing to step straight back into the big fights. At the face-off, Dubois made Fabio Wardley pause with his words and his presence, a clear reminder that he's a man who hits as hard mentally as he does physically. Wardley, the unorthodox power-punching heavyweight, brings explosive offense and unpredictability, capable of ending the fight in a single moment. Both men have shown resilience, skill, and a willingness to brawl openly, meaning this won't be a cagey technical bout. It'll be fireworks from round one. The real question is who wants it more, and who can impose their will under pressure. Dubois has the mental edge of experience and confidence, while Wardley has the hunger of a man defending a newly won title. Fans, get ready for an absolute heavyweight spectacle. Which side are you on? Are you backing Daniel Dubois to dominate like he has in the past? Or will Fabio Wardley shock the world and prove his power cannot be ignored? Drop your thoughts below and join the debate.